So we'll kind of get on it and see how it goes. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be going over the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLC43 AMG. Before getting into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes-Benz of Farmington, Utah for giving me some time with this GLC. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Sam. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town, and then 25 on the highway with power outputs being 385 horsepower and then 384 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention if you see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood here, you guys can see there's distinctive lines there, and they really pop out with this black paint, and then you got the little Mercedes logo. And then popping down below, we have a much larger Mercedes logo with a camera at the bottom of the logo. We also have these LED lights with the daytime running lights. You got the little AMG badge there off to the side, parking sensors on the front end as well. And when you put it all together, I think this is a pretty handsome SUV when it comes to the front end. Come around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255, 45, 20 in the front, and then 285, 40, 20 in the rear. And then you can see here with the wheel design, you've got the silver there on the top, and then kind of some black below it. Looks really good. And then, of course, we got AMG there on the brake caliper. And then when you look at the full side profile here, it looks really good. You got that chrome trim around the windows that matches the silver trim on the wheels. You've got your bi-turbo badge there, and then look at the fender flares and all the bodywork there on the bottom. Here is the key fob. You guys can see you've got the lock function there at the top, the unlock down below, and then the opening for the hatch. Now, popping into the trunk, there is a ton of storage space back here. Notice we've got the cargo cover right there in the center. And then you guys can see here for the seat, you can throw it down. And then on the other side as well. And then we have this to raise and lower the rear end, so it makes it so accessing the rear end is a little bit easier. And then when you're all done, just press that button right there, and the hatch will pop back down. Now here are the taillights. You guys can see cool design there with the taillight overall. And then of course we got all of our badges here on the back, and then we do have parking sensors there at the bottom, and then look how aggressive these exhaust tips are, and then we got the diffuser in the center. And then when you put it all together, I do think that this GLC43 is pretty cool looking. Now here's our door panel for the rear. Really nice leather trim with the red stitching all over. And then you can see this trim right here. Pretty neutral. Got some speakers for the Burmester sound system, and then even the window control looks nice. And now this is where the magic begins. Look at these leather seats here with the red seat belts, and then you guys can see the Alcantara inserts. Definitely a cool design. Legroom here in the back is actually pretty solid, and then we got this little storage pocket right here. Some vents here for the rear passengers, and then we have our own little charging outlet. And then headroom's also pretty good back here. And then of course we have this fancy center console slash cup holder slash armrest. Notice the keyless entry. Now the front door panel is just as nice as the rear with all of the leather and the red stitching. And then again, neutral. We'll just call that. Anyways, memory seat functionality here. You got your power adjustments, heated seats, all of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. You got the speaker for the Burmester sound system, and then blind spot monitoring for the mirrors. Look at that fancy AMG plaque, but look at these fancier front seats here. Again with the leather, you got the red seat belt, you got the Alcantara, and you can see with the seat down below, and then look at your lumbar there on the side. Pretty cool pedals here at the bottom, and then we've got our light control just right there. Super cool AMG steering wheel here. Notice we got the marker there at the top, we got the red stitching in the center, and then just really nice leather, and it's got this golf ball texture in the sides and get a slightly better grip. Really cool paddle shifters there on the back, AMG logo on the bottom, controls for the infotainment system, volume controls, phone controls on the one side. On the other side we've got our controls for the center screen right there, cruise control as well, turn signal, stock, and then we have our column shifter. So here is our gauge cluster, full digital gauge cluster. Look at the AMG logo there at the bottom, and this kind of doubles as like a secondary infotainment system. You can see all the different functions you can go through, and obviously the cool party trick is the fact that you can change how it looks. So like whatever design that you basically want, you can switch to. I think the classic might look the best. Let me know which one you guys like the most. Now with our camera system, it's a full 360 camera system. Trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. I love that bird's eye view, and yeah, you can see out of pretty much every single angle with this, so that's definitely solid. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, again, I can control it with the steering wheel control. I can also control it with a keypad down below, or I can just use it like a regular touchscreen. You know, response time's great, and then just like most Mercedes-Benz models, you got cool ambient lighting. It's something they've always been good at. And then we have our AMG performance page as well. Really nice leather trim and red stitching here at the top of the dash, and then you guys can see there with that silver trim down below. And then of course we got more circular vents. So we've got analog controls here for the climate control system, dual zone climate system if you guys are wondering, and then we've got some shortcut buttons, and it's all in some nice wood trim. So we've got this nice piece of wood trim that just kind of covers up this like storage section right here. It's like this little tab that you can lift up, kind of random, but some cup holders too. And then we've got our little like keypad situation here for the infotainment system, and then you can see we've got like volume control, that's for the exhaust, open it up, auto stop start for the camera system, stability control, that's for the suspension, your manual mode, and then your drive mode select. And speaking of those drive modes, there's quite a few. So there's a slippery, individual, comfort, sport, and then a sport plus, and those automatically open up the valves. And then here's the center console, which has plenty of storage space in there, some USBs, and some really nice leather and red stitching on the top. And yes, of course, we have this nice felt-lined glove box. And then up top here, we've got a sunglass holder, and then we have our sunroof in the front, and then we also have another sunroof in the back, so double sunroof situation. So here's a bonus sticker for this GLC43. You guys can see all the equipment here, and then the base MSRP $59,900. Total MSRP after all options $66,300, and let's take this back to its parking space. Check by visibility before you set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors just do have blind spot monitoring. Then throughout the rest of the rear, and let's go to the Mercedes-Benz Farmington racetrack. Just joke. So if you guys, oh sorry, this is my tripod. But anyways, if you guys don't know, with AMG models, there's apparently special insurance on them. So I can't take this on the road, but I can drive this around the parking lot, which happens to be very extensive, so that kind of helps us out. Love the feeling of the steering wheel. Yeah, I love just like the grips here. It just, I don't know, it feels right, that is for sure. And with the GLC, it's big enough that there's like space in here and it's actually comfortable, but it's not too big to where it has like, you know, a big boat-like feel. Handling dynamics are still really good with it. Now we're actually going to pop it into the Sport Plus setting. Transmission gets really aggressive and snappy once you pop it into that setting. Yeah, listen to that, and you can hear the valves are open too. Yeah, really quick with the gear shifts. And I guess we'll see the turning radius here. This is perfect. Like, I wish all dealerships had random dead-end roads. That would help out quite a bit. I guess this will help us test out the camera system too. Turning radius isn't too bad. So we'll kind of get on it and see how it goes. Yeah, these AMGs sound so good, and they're so quick too. That is for sure. But yeah, too, I guess sum things up here with this. I think it looks good on the outside. I love this interior. That's something that I think that Mercedes does a really good job with. No matter what vehicle it is, they always just have really special feeling interiors. I mean, like just like this whole control face situation, paddle shifters and everything, just feels really premium. The steering wheel, all of it. And especially, you know, like, I'm not trying to knock on other brands, but like when you compare this to like BMW's interior, which I feel like that one is super nice, but not quite as nice as Mercedes. But especially when you compare this to Audi's interiors feel so boring compared to this. And so let me know what you guys think about this GLC43, but that V6, it's peppy, that's for sure. And I think this thing is pretty fun overall. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this GLC43. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes-Benz of Farmington for giving me some time with this GLC43. Check out the info in the description down below. Ask for Sam if you need any help. I'll see ya.